أنا أعتقد الآن الحراك التطرفي هذا هي فكرة بدت، لذلك نحن كمراكز فكرية لابد أن نجتهد لمواجهة هذا الفكر بالفكر. وأعتقد أن الآن الحكومة بحد ذاتها بنفسها مستقلة ما تستطيع أن تقاوم هذا الفكر، تحتاج المجتمع معها، تحتاج للدكتور في الجامعة، تحتاج الأب في الأسرة، تحتاج للمدرس في المدرسة. كلنا لابد أن نتعاون لمكافحة هذا الفكر حتى لا يروج بين أبنائنا مع أجيالنا القادمين. العملية تحتاج إلى تعليم مستنير، وتحتاج إلى قراءة متزنة ناضجة، مش فقط في الدين، في كل الأمور في حياتنا. فلذلك لابد أن نبني فكر جديد معتدل متسامح. الإسلام نحن دين تسامح، اللي نعرف نحن كلنا مسلمين، ولكن الإسلام سرق منا واستخدم لقضايا شخصية وأجندات سياسية. من وراء هذا وكيف هذا حدث؟ الآن نحن جبنا فيها هاي يمكن سلسلة من مجموعة من الندوات الفكرية اللي ترندز الآن ناوي تعقدها، أو من هاي الحلقات هي ما يدور في عقل الجهادي. طبعا الناس اللي عندهم رعب من الإسلام لابد أن يفهمون بأن هذا مش الإسلام، هاي قراءة متطرفة خطفت الإسلام لأغراض خاصة. لذلك مؤتمراتنا تكون إن شاء الله في المناسبات القادمة تكون في الخارج حتى نبعث الرسالة الحق بشكل صحيح محترف. نحن في دولة الإمارات الحمد لله مجتمع متسامح منفتح، كل الجنسيات موجودة في الدولة، وكل الجنسيات الحمد لله تعيش في رغد. فلذلك لا يوجد هناك دافع لأي مجال لنوع من التطرف. لذلك نحن نحتاج من هذا المجتمع بكل أطيافه، مسلم غير مسلم، مواطن غير مواطن، يكون حاضر ويكون متذهن يقظ لأي عمل معين ممكن أن يعكر صفو أمن هذا البلد. الآن موفين شيخ هذا واحد من الأشخاص اللي دخلوا عند الجهاديين وراح إلى سوريا، بعد فترة اكتشف أمور وخرج منهم، وخرج واشترك مع المخابرات الكندية ضدهم. شو شاف؟ شو الأسباب اللي دفعته هو أصلا يروح هناك؟ وشو الأسباب اللي جعلته أن يكون في صف المكافح لهذه الظاهرة؟ نبغى نفهم الجيرني، هاي الرحلة اللي هو طبعا تعاون مع المخابرات الكندية واستطاع أن يكشف كثير من القضايا. نحن يبناه من كندا، نبغى يعطينا شو وجهة نظره في هذا الخصوص.
So I think the role of the West and Western foreign policies, I don't know if they're going to change the way that they have been doing business. For a lot of the Western governments, it is about business. The more stable a region is, the more likelihood that you will have business. If it's unstable, you will not have business. So I think this is one of the reasons why they have supported dictatorships in the Middle East. The dictatorships, they don't help the people, because they keep the people down. They don't encourage creativity in the society. I hope that the West does change the approach that they have taken to the Middle East, but we'll have to see. You have two problems, or I guess two sides to the problem. One is the scholars that we are supposed to be looking up to as leaders. They are ignorant people. I mean, yes, they might know the Quran, they might know Hadith, but life is not only in the books of Quran and Hadith. God Himself, He told Muslims in the Quran, look into the space, look into your bodies. And because of this instruction, the old scholars, they became scientists, they became astronomers. And so when we talk about the golden age of Islam, the theologians, they were the scientists. The problem we have today is the theologians and the scientists are on two different sides. Okay, the second problem is that those same scholars, they are a source of making people extreme. They themselves are teaching people a kind of Islam that is extremist. Then how can you blame the extremists for taking that same message and then making war on the basis of that?
Okay, yeah, so looking at sort of the current developments with ISIS, Daesh, they are losing their momentum, but I think in many respects this was expected. They're an organization that claims to be a state, but of course they don't have the resources the facilities to actually run as a state. Their main areas of control are actually very limited in certain territories in Iraq and Syria, and it appears they keep their control only through fear. The population just lives in fear. So on the longer term strategic scale, you're seeing they're losing momentum because they can no longer expand, they can no longer carry on, they can no longer keep track of the populations they say they control. But I think more importantly, the public, especially overseas individuals, are seeing that this is not an organization worth joining. They're losing the amount of people that are joining it. We are still hearing large numbers of people are joining ISIS, but I think for a large part, they're not getting that sort of support both within and out with their organization that they were having before. Just because their message is wrong, their techniques, their tactics are very wrong. And so it's not the least bit surprised that they are losing momentum. This is not to say that they are a spent force. They are still very much an influential force that we have to continue to respond to, both through military and through changing the narrative, changing the story to make sure they do lose that popularity and support.
Well, a lot of people say that ISIS can't control territory. That may be true, but I don't think that the U.S. is willing to do much on the ground in Iraq. We're very tired from that. So my view is that if ISIS is driven away, they will be driven underground and they will continue. I think we'll still see them in 5 years. Young people have a psychological need, and that's to gain an identity, to find a purpose in life, to find some significance. Young men want to impress young women and vice versa. And ISIS holds out to them, come and have an adventure, come and build a utopian state. Young people don't have any sense of judgment for that, and they don't want to miss out on it. They want to take part, and we see people like doctors going. It's quite amazing. And also they're extremely adept at social media. And they've used people that use things like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, things that almost every kid around the world plays, and they've incorporated that into their marketing materials. So they promise, this will make you a man. You'll be a tough guy. You'll be a leader here. And they also promise all kinds of earthly rewards, lots of sex, riches, that kind of thing.